Hi everybody, and welcome back to Twilight Princess HD. In the last episode, we got dragged into the Twilight, and we had a bit of a rough situation, you might say. Ha ha ha, because I'm a wolf. So now that we're back in Auden, we've been teleported out by Midna. So what next? She is going to tell us what to do next. Hee 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 hee. Did you think I disappeared? Listen, there's another thing I forgot to tell you. Don't think you can just run off and save your friends, because you can't. Just beyond that bridge, the land is covered in twilight. Last time, a shadow beast pulled you through the curtain of twilight. But if you want to go that way this time, you need the cooperation of someone from the twilight, like me, maybe? So you really have no choice but to do what I say. Saving your friends and all that, well, that'll depend on your actions. Because you can never trust words, you know? Right now, I want a sword and a shield that'll suit me. You do understand me, don't you? So, what do you plan to do? While you're here dawdling, the twilight continues to expand. Come on, hurry it up. Alright, so our next objective is to go grab a sword and a shield for Midna, because she apparently has use for those such things. So we need to head back to Auden Village. If we try and go back that way across the bridge, you can see the twilight shroud in the distance, sort of see the orangey glow of twilight. Don't know what Wolfling's focusing on there. Sorry, breaking his own neck, trying to look behind him. I heard dogs can't look up, but I don't know about wolves. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, is that fixed? Okay, so that's a weird thing. It's not a problem with the game, it's a problem with my gamepad that I have. There are now boblins around here. But occasionally, my gamepad seems to, like, fix itself to go in a rightwards direction. I'm trying to lunge out at you, there we go. I took too much damage there. Oh, there's no point in me looking for hearts, is there? Because they don't spawn in hero mode. But yeah, my gamepad has this little weird thing sometimes where if I just wiggle the control stick up and down just briefly, whoever I'm playing as will just sort of eventually just start shimmying to the right. It's a very weird thing, and it does very much irritate me in some games. However, I found that I can just blow into the control stick to sort the problem out. Okay, and now there are boblins outside a house as well. Boblins can be quite annoying to take care of, unless you're using like standard B attacks like that. Oh, and even then they're quite annoying to take out, because they drop to the ground and you can't do anything about them. You have to wait for them to get back up again before you lunge at them. So they're very annoying enemies. Okay, let me head on down to the village, because I think that is where we'll find a sword and shield. Wait! But wait, there's more! It's a chipmunk squirrel thingy. Thank you for taking care of those bad guys. They made both the village and the forest a mess. They kidnapped the village children. But I know you're not one of them. I can tell because you smell like the trees of Auden. If you run into any trouble, try talking to the animals. We animals understand one another, so you'll be alright. I wish I understood what species you were. That's all I wish for. So now, down in Auden Village, during the night, the music is slightly sneaky. I don't know how to describe this music, really. Ah, right, oh, how did it come to this? The children, please say nothing's happened. Please forgive your good-for-nothing father. So that guy up there, I learned his name, finally. You know, the guy with the weird moustache. His name is apparently Hanch, according to the Zelda wiki. Is it Hanch as in ranch, or Hanch as in ranch? We may never know. So we can't do anything with him just yet, because he's like looking up at the sky, and he won't detect us down here. So what we need to do first of all, this is all just a standard sequence of events, unlike the first day where we could have done things in a random order. Oh, about the shield. Hey, not so loud! So these guys are discussing a shield. What a coincidence, I happen to be looking for a shield. So in order to hear what they're talking about, we need to sneak up on them through the grass and listen up close. So that shield is still in your house, right? Yeah, it should be in our storage loft. Good. Go grab it, quick as you can. Russell got wounded pretty bad, so he can't go and search for the kids. I'll take over for him. But Russell had a sword, Mayor, and he still got hurt. If you're unarmed, you're done for. I'll be fine. The sword we were going to present to the royal family should still be at Russell's house. Oh yeah, alright, I understand, Mayor. I'll hurry up and get that shield. You wait here. No good! Run! We've been detected. What? So this house now contains a shield, and we also heard a hint there about the location of the sword, which is in Russell's house. It is in fact the sword that we were scheduled to deliver to Hyrule Castle. Look at that open window. This village is full of idiots. Home security clearly isn't an issue in Auden Village, in the Auden province. So, we should jump up there. But from where? You're a poet, Midna, and maybe you knew it. Oh, hello, doggy. I like this doggy. It's cute. Like a beagle type thing. Hello. Nighttime walks are so nice, aren't they? I hope I find something good buried today. I love digging holes and looking for treasure. Use your X senses and Y to dig. Where you see anything strange, you'll dig something up. I think I gave him Faldo's voice there. Unintentionally, but yeah. He wanted to go for walks. Okay, maybe I shouldn't mention that word so loud. My dog is like right there on the sofa. Monster! You've returned for more, haven't you? My daughter, return her! And take this! So Hanch is now active, and he can call down the hawk to attack us. Our friend from before has now turned against us. So we... Oh, jeez. That killed me! That was a bit too abrupt, I think. I mean, I knew he was going to shoot him at me, but I didn't expect it to come straight out of the cutscene and kill me. Great. Probably not going to do a death counter, because I feel like they might be kind of frequent during this playthrough. Okay, where does this put me? It should put me just back down in the village. Is Hanch still active? Yes, he's now active. So, were you attacked by that hawk? You're no match for him. You don't say! I just got a game over. I'm sorry, that person calling the hawk is my master's husband. You could sneak up... What? What's with the delay on that? Is there some kind of shifty business going on in Auden Village? My master's husband. You don't sound too sure about that. So now, Midna will inform us. Hey, that guy there, don't just ignore and do something. Well, yeah, I intend to. So, what we need to do now is sneak up on him from behind. We can... Come on, let's get up onto the roof from here and scare that guy. Look at him posing like he's all important. Wait until he sees us. So from here, we jump up to the roof, and now we are behind Hanch, and we can scare the bejesus out of him. Whoa! And into the water he goes. Okay, so funny thing that I learnt while looking up his name. Also, during like the first few days where he's staring up at the beehive in the tree, if you stand around him for too long, eventually he'll try and throw a rock at the beehive and end up getting chased into the water, just like he jumped into the water just now. I think that's like a recurring theme with Hanch, is that he runs away and jumps into the water. Anyway, we can jump straight into the window from here, but that's a new thing. The howlometer, I guess. I don't think it has a name, but yeah. We can howl along to certain melodies, and that is just emulating the sound of Link whistling on the horsegrass. We can now howl the melody, and summon our Hawk friend back down. I guess I can still skip that. So, you're Jack, right? Sorry about giving you so much trouble before. I'm not proud of it, but it's in my genes to obey anyone who blows a reed. How sad. Your voice, it sounded just like a reed, that's why I flew down. I'll tell you what, next time, call me like that when you need something. Who knows? I might be able to help you out. So I can't really remember if you can use the hawk for anything while playing as Wolf-Link. I need to jump up to the open window. But yeah, whenever we see hawk grass, we can howl a hawk down. Though I don't really remember if there's any need for that. Okay, we are now in Jaggle and Pergy's house, not Jurgy and Pergy, as I mentioned, I think during the first episode. And there is in fact a shield. That's not the best angle. There is a shield up there on the wall. So we need now to get up there. We now need to get up there, so to speak. Oh, there are nice little drawings on the wall. I guess those are Mallows drawings, maybe Tallows drawings. I don't know. What's that? Is he coming out of a pumpkin? There is a baby coming out of a pumpkin there. I'm very concerned about these children's well-being. Okay, and we've detected a shield. Hee, found it, finders keepers. And I sometimes struggle getting up there. I don't know what it is about maybe the angle of jumping from the table up to the sledge. But yeah, sometimes I just struggle. To get the shield off the wall, you just charge into it a couple of times. And we now get the Orden Shield. We can defend ourselves, but beware, if it's touched by fire it will burn. However, that shield won't detect us in wolf form. It looks kind of cheap. Alright then, next is a sword. Hurry up and get one. Okay, now we're off to Russell's house. In order to get out of this house we need to climb out of the window. We can't go out the way we came in. And that causes a splash. What was that sound? The children could not have returned, could they? I must go out and search one last time. You go inside the house. I've placed the sword that was to be our gift to Hyrule on the couch. If the mayor comes for it, please give it to him. But darling, your injuries... Okay, so Russell's out and about. He's going for a stroll. And you will see him moving down the path, holding a torch. He will fight us if we approach him. He will take battle stance. Beast, I have found you! But he won't act on it unless you get any closer to him. Like that sword swing won't hit you. He's just there to frighten you away. And if you try and approach Uli at the house, Russell will... Uli will get scared and Russell will come back. Magically teleports right in front of the house, just to save his wife. So we can't do anything about that, so we cannot get into the house via the front entrance. Not that we'd be able to open a door anyway, as a wolf. But let's talk to this guy over here. Ah, to be a wolf on a night when the moon rides high. Beautiful! Like poetry. Tell me, is your true form a human who is not currently in the town? Nah, just teasing. You're lucky. Your sharpened senses and your soft-looking coat. Lovely. Jealous? I groom myself twice a day. So, that's a general hint to just use our senses. There are a bunch of these patches around that we can dig up. If we weren't playing hero mode, we could get hearts out of these patches, but we can only get rupees at this current moment. Might as well, don't really want to approach that side. But there is a massive dig patch here, which is glowing so much sparklier than the others. And we can tunnel in under the wall. And we'll be doing that a few times, I think. There are a few dig spots that allow us to crawl into them. And around here, there is the sword. You got the Orden sword. It's a sword crafted by Russell, the best swordsman in Orden. Swordsman in Orden. Swordsman in Orden. That's not easy to say. Alright, so now you have a sword. Looks like it can actually be useful when you concentrate. Alright, no more detours. I'm going to take you back to the Twilight. Go back to the woods where you first transformed into that shape. Very well. So now there's nothing else we can do in Orden Village as a wolf currently. We just need to get out unscathed by Russell. And I don't think Hanch comes back. I think he's drowned himself. No, don't worry. He's still alive, I'm sure. Oh, Russell made it a fair way. I don't know if he goes down the path when you're actually in the house. That'd be interesting. While he's not on the screen. I can't remember how far he goes down this path before turning around and heading back again. There is a certain point. But I just want to have a look around, just see if there's anything that I can do in Orden Village. I don't think there is. I think now the only thing we can do with Wolf Link is head back to the Twilight. So let's go. In fact, I'll skip there, you know. Save you a bit of travel time. Huh. Just looking at this, I thought it might be possible to sneak in back into the spring, but someone's blocked it up. Who could have done such a terrible thing? Probably one of the Boblins. I doubt any of the villagers would have done that. But anyway, we are back at the Twilight, but... Wait! Come to my spring. You have been transformed by the power of shadow. Come to me. Oh no! Beware! A shadow being. It approaches. Alright, now we have our first instance of a shadow beast. Just one. And these are quite powerful enemies who can deal a lot of damage, especially in a mode where I take double damage. So the most efficient way of dealing with these guys as Wolf Link we haven't actually got yet, but we can lunge at them and sort of a bite at their necks, I guess. Up around, up away. Just avoid taking any damage. And it only takes 2 sets of bites to take care of them. But we'll get a more efficient technique later on at dealing with them. Let me tell you, I was quite tempted to edit in one of the screaming goats into that scene, but I'm going to avoid doing so because I think that might ruin the mood of the moment. Oh, brave youth! I am one of 4 light spirits that protect Hyrule at the behest of the gods. I am Ordona. The black beast you slayed was a shadow being. It had come to seize this power of light I wield. My brethren in Hyrule have already had their light stolen by these fell beasts. The entire kingdom has been reduced to a netherworld ruled by the cursed powers of darkness. The blight will not stop with Hyrule. Before long, the entire world of light will fall into the hands of the king who rules the Twilight. To save this land from the King of Twilight, the lost light must be recovered. The 3 light spirits who have lost their light must be revived. There is but one who can revive them and redeem this land. You. You still have not discovered your true power. Those transformed by Twilight usually cannot recover their original forms. Unless, if you were to return to Faron Woods where you were first transformed, if you were to revive the Light Spirit. There, by the power of the Light Spirit, you may find the means to regain your other state of being. And our first Light Spirit, Ordona, disappears. Never to be seen again. One of the most memorable Light Spirits being the first one. So all the Light Spirits are based on different animals. That's obviously one of the Orden goats, you can tell by his antlers, or his like massive circular horn thing. So now that we've defeated the Shadow Beast and freed the Light Spirit of Orden, sort of freed him, he wasn't actually captured, we now need to head into the other provinces of Hyrule and free their Light Spirits. And the easiest one to start off with, obviously, is Faron. In fact, we have to start off with Faron. We have to do them in order. Sorry, I made it seem like you had an option. But no, Faron first, followed by Eldin, and then Lanayru. Hey, look! The Faron Woods that you know so well, they are now covered in twilight. You may not be able to come back here, but do you still want to go? Yeah, there's nothing else for us in Orden that we can do as a wolf, so let's get dragged back into Twilight Faron Woods. It looks a little bit different, I'd say. So Twilight pretty much means massive amounts of bloom lighting. And weird black squares going up. It's like a reverse rain. So these are the weapons you use in your world. Oh, you could take someone's eye out with that, Midna. You really think this creature can... You really think this thing can slay the creatures of Twilight? I can't see! Well, I won't use these, but I'll hang on to them for you. Well, why did you want them then? Alright, a promise is a promise. I trust you enough to help. In exchange for my help, though, I need you to gather some things for me. Look, I can't tell you all the details now, but it'll be easy. Trust me. I don't trust you. But enough about that. Do you hear that noise? It's the lamentation of the spirit that had its light stolen. Where in the world could it be? Hee hee. Better get going, don't you think? Don't blame me for your world's fate if you don't hurry up and find that light. Come on, snap to it. Chop chop. Okay, now back in control. I'm going to end the episode soon, but I'm going to proceed a little ways into Farron Woods first, just to progress the story just a little tiny bit. Because up here we have another Shadow Beast ambush. Where are they? I guess we have to move further forward. Now, this one is rather annoying, because there are now 3 of them. And when there are multiple Shadow Beasts, they have an annoying feature to them that we are about to find out. We have to watch them all drop in separately for some stupid reason. That's just tedious, I guess. Oh, we're penned in again. Who do they think they're dealing with? No need to take on these little pests one at a time, right? You can take them all on at once. So you can handle this by yourself, can't you? Good luck. Bye. No, wait, come back. I can't deal with this. So, when there are multiple Shadow Beasts, it is very difficult because they can swing out at you while you're gnawing on another's neck. Like that. Oh, Jesus Christ, they do 2 hearts at a time. That is not going to work in my favour, I don't think. Okay. So, if you leave one of the Shadow Beasts by itself, like you take care of 2 before you take care of 1, the other one will call out and revive the other 2. So you have to defeat at least the last 2 together. Sort of a little mini combat puzzle. But we cannot use our spin attack to deal with that, because the game just refuses to do such a thing. What's the hold-up? If you leave the last one alive, it doesn't use that shriek to bring the others back. Listen, let me help you out here. Just move like I tell you. You just hold down B and I'll expand an energy field so it can close all the enemies within it and release. So yes, now Midna will give us the ability we need after we've taken so much damage. But no, it's after you've actually failed to take care of all of them. What? Great. That's just great. And I can see straight through the Shadow Beast. But yes, it's very, very annoying, those enemies. And they do get a bit more annoying when there's multiple of them. When the arena changes shape. But we won't see that for a while yet. So let's head back in there, and this time let's deal with them properly. It's weird that you cannot just simply use your spin attack to deal with them. You have to get that ability there. It's scripted that you fail taking out the last 2 together. So you have to get that ability there. Ugh, that's just so annoying to me. It should have just given us that ability before the battle began. Anyway, a light spirit, right away. This is the spirit of Farron.
Please, be careful. These woods have changed. The dark clouds of dust cover this land. The drape of shadows is called Twilight. In this twilight, those who live in the light become as mere spirits. It is a place where the dark ones and evil creatures dwell. I am a spirit of light. Blue-eyed beast. Look for my light. Retrieve the light stolen by the dark beasts and keep it in this vessel.
We get the Vessel of Light. It is crucial collecting the Tears of Light. If you look at the Tears of Light, you'll be able to cut through the twilight and return normal light to this place. See the evils that hold the Tears of Light. Use your senses. come to your senses.
In the shadows of twilight, the dark insects are as invisible as normal beings are here. Let me use the last of my power to reveal the location of the dark insects that consume the light.
So now we can see where each of the shadow insects are. And they're not that easy to see. They're like little flickering dots. There's one down there. And yeah, they're actually very difficult to see on this map. I can't zoom in any more than this. But that's fine, I know where they are anyway, so I shouldn't have to use the map too frequently for that.
Find the insects of darkness. The dark insects, they are the form taken by evil once it is lashed on to our scattered light.
So we now have another objective. We now need to go around the Faron province, or just the woods in general, and find insects of darkness. But I'm going to start doing that in the next episode, so I will see you then. Bye for now.